Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Cool to see you can get fresh seafood. It's really fun. Snacks. Take a tour. Hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. And to those who have subscribed or to those who come and visit me, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So basically, I wanted to do an update on meeting me, an introduction to me, just so you can get an idea of who I am and partially why I decided to start this channel. I really wanted to start it because I felt like I had so much to offer, and I actually came across, I had a YouTube channel about 6 years ago, and I'm gonna link a couple of the videos to this video just so you can see and understand. But basically, I had this vision about 6 years ago, and I even did a couple of videos. Of course, it was on my raggedy Android phone, and I didn't know what I was doing, but the vision was there. And I forgot about these videos, and my husband basically had subscribed to that old YouTube channel, so he wasn't getting notifications of my new videos. And I'm like, you're not supporting me, you're not liking my videos, you're not saying it. He was like, because you're not posting anything. And I was like, yes I am, I have like 30-40 videos. So when I showed him, he was like, this is what I'm subscribed to, and he pulled up the old YouTube channel. I think it was linked under my Yahoo email, so I can't even go back, and I can't even go back to delete it because I don't have my Yahoo email anymore. So if anybody knows how to do that, let me know. That'll be awesome. But pretty much he showed me my old videos, and I was tripping out like, wow, like even then I had my vision. And what basically stopped me was I had told a couple of friends my ideas, and they were like, oh, I don't think you'll be good at it, and I don't know, that may not be for you, and you know, and I allowed them to persuade me to not go through. I allowed them to convince me that I wasn't good enough to do what I really had a vision to do. And I mean, it just, when he showed me the videos, I was like, wow, obviously I was younger, was more immature. You know, I wasn't where I am now. But just the idea that I even had this vision back then, and I'm watching myself from 2013, and I'm just like, wow, like, don't let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do and what you see for yourself. Don't let anybody get in your head and make you feel like your vision is not your reality. So I'm gonna link, like I said, I'm gonna link a couple of videos just so you guys can see that I really was into it, that I called myself really having this vision. So no baggage. It's all about finding out who is going to be there for you to help guide you through and help build you and help, you know, work with you. Like, everyone needs people to be there. Everyone needs a good support system. I only want to surround myself with people who are going to be good to me, because I only want to be good to them. If you know that these people in your life may have negative intent for you, or they may not be the most supportive, or they may not be the people who... A homemade avocado mask. And yes, I already have the stuff on. I did another video that showed me doing the walkthrough steps, but whatever, the video didn't take. So anyway, just want to let you know what I used. I used some old-fashioned, I'm gonna be wiping my face in the middle of it because it's kind of like slipping, but basically, and it said basically the recipe calls for 1 avocado, although now I realize 1 avocado is more than enough. So unless you're doing it for 2 or 3 people, 3 different faces, stop it, it's my dog, I'm sorry. Basically I used 2 tablespoons of... I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys and just let you know a little bit more about me, who I am. I mean, I know I've given a little bit of detail in a few of my videos, but I kind of want to give you guys some fun facts about me. So when I'm coming on here and I'm talking about certain things, like you can understand, like, okay, she's well versed, like she's experienced some things, she's, you know, she's been around the block a couple of times. So anything I give advice on or anything I suggest or say, it's not because I heard about it, it's typically because I've been through it myself. So just some fun facts, nothing too traumatic or crazy to scare you guys off, but I just want to come and kind of like, you know, reintroduce myself a little bit. I didn't want to do it until I got a few more subscribers, because I'm like, okay, the 14 that I had when I first started this channel was probably bots or whatever, but now I have a few people and I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you so much for even wanting to, like, you know, see me and hear me and, you know, just see what I have to offer. So I'm working on a schedule to where I can do at least 2 videos a week, whether it's recipes, just discussions. I know I've been doing the power video, but that's about to end. I'm not committed to a lot of TV. The only TV shows that I do watch that I am ultimately committed to where I will make time to watch every week is 90 Day Fiance. Hold on. Is 90 Day Fiance, Life After Locked Up, This Is Us, Grey's Anatomy, and Power. So I'm sorry, my dog is, look, you guys can see my dog, he's trying his best to worm his way in. So I'm looking at the reflection in the window like, what's that? But I'm gonna put him in his house today so we can actually really be talking, we can talk some real good stuff today, because otherwise, you know, he's gonna be all in my face. But anyway, Diesel house. Anyway, so I just want to come on here and just talk about a few things about me, just so you guys can understand a little bit more of who I am, where I come from, just some fun facts. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of stuff. So in case I ever talk about it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I've heard this already. So I did 25 unique things about me. So my name is Carlotta, in case I don't say that enough. Miss Lotta, I think my name is Love Some Lotta. The other YouTube name was Miss Lotta. So this one is Love Some Lotta. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's, again, the 2013 Carlotta was thinking. That's crazy. But anyway, so I just wrote down some fun things and I'm gonna just name them and then just give a little bit of information about them or whatever, and let's get started. So I did a big chop. I used to be really into dyeing my hair. So my hair at a time was like 4 different colors. It was very damaged. I wasn't taking care of my hair properly. I wasn't getting my ends clipped. I wasn't deep conditioning. I was using, you know, cheap stuff, and my hair was just a big old mess. So I went and cut all my hair off. I cut it into like a mohawk style, and I just I love short hair, and my hair is only about here right now. And after having hair short, I kind of don't want to grow it back super long anymore because I just enjoy the easy maintenance of it. So I did a big chop 2 times. So I'm gonna look for a picture and I'm gonna post a before and I'm gonna post an after so you guys can see that. So I am a huge history buff. That's number 2. I love exploring. I'm really into our history as Black people. Now I have my Romanian side, so I can learn history about that side as well. But I've always been big on like learning about the history. My family is from Louisiana, so I kind of naturally have that history embedded in me, and I grew up with my grandparents, so they always were telling me different stuff, different stories and whatnot. So this brings us to number 3. I took my daughter on a historical Washington DC trip. I actually did a video of that. I didn't do a live vlog because this was a few years ago, but I did go in there and I did pull all the pictures and I did create a video. So if you guys want to see some of it, we went to the African American History Museum, George Washington's home. We went to the Capitol building, and we went to I stayed in Alexandria, Virginia, which is very historic. We saw like the cobblestone road. I mean, it was a life-changing trip. Typically people go to like, Orlando or Disney World, Disneyland, they do fun stuff, which is amazing. But I was just very adamant on showing my daughter where our people originally came in and came from. So we went to the African American History Museum as well. So if I didn't say that already, but so I've been inside the Capitol building. And so fun fact, so I have Instagram, of course, and we went to the Capitol building, and you can't take any belongings in that room. I don't even know the name of the room, but the room where the president is giving like the speech, or like the whatever speech he gives, and it's like all the officials all around him. So we went in that room, and you have to run your things through like a belt, kind of like at TSA. And this guy was like, aren't you, he was like, I think I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, no, you don't. And he was like, no, I think I do. And I'm like, but I'm not from here, so there's no way you could be following me. He was like, weren't you at George Washington's home yesterday with your daughter and your friend who had a baby? And I was like, yes, I was. So me and him are actually still cool to this day. That was just so funny, because he was like, I don't even know how I even started following you, but I thought that was just the coolest thing ever, because you never know who you will meet or who you're gonna run into. You just never know. So I just thought that was super dope. But anyway, so I've been inside the Capitol building. It's really, honestly, I have to say, if you have not taken a trip to DC, please do. We took an African American history tour, and we went to Black Broadway, because there's Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, and then there was Black Broadway in DC. So we went to Black Broadway, the whole strip, and we went to Ben's Chili Dogs. We went through Howard. We saw the Martin Luther King Memorial. They showed us the Lincoln Memorial. He showed us like all the different homes. We stopped by Frederick Douglass's house. I mean, honestly, that was probably like the best trip. Out of all the trips I've taken, that was the best trip, and it did something to my daughter, because now Little Miss Thing is going to an HBCU. So that was really cool, and it just goes to show you that you never know what you show your kids. You never know what it could do for them later in their years, right? Which brings us, to number 4. I was adopted. My mother's mother adopted me, and she was married, and he adopted me as well. So I have his last name. So my step grandfather, I have his last name. So I was adopted when I was about 5 or 6, but they had me since I was a baby. That's another story for another day. I've had over 18 jobs in my lifetime. I used to be really rebellious back in the day. So if you give me or tell me something I don't like, I was quitting. I don't take shit. I've gotten a little bit humbler in my older years, because once you get a certain age point, you realize you're not desirable and you can't keep jumping from job to job. So had over 18 jobs in my lifetime. So I've been in a rainforest. I'm very big on nature. I love nature. So we went to San Juan, and I made my best friend take a tour. We went through a rainforest. So that was really dope. I built and bought 2 homes, as you guys already know. I have been homeless. I have slept in my car. I haven't been homeless to the point of having to go to a homeless shelter, thank goodness. If you have, kudos to you. I've been at the door of the situation, so I can only imagine having to go through that, like what that does to you. But I have had to sleep in my car. I've had to sleep on people's floors. I've had to sleep pillow to post. I've had to stay with people. So I've had times where I've had nowhere to go. I am biracial. All my life, I was told that I was Black and Hispanic. My mother is Black, and I was told that my father was Hispanic. Obviously, I have videos about this as well. I thought I was Puerto Rican all my life, so I learned about the Puerto Rican culture. That's why I went to Puerto Rico, because I called myself getting in touch with the culture. This was like 7-8 years ago, before Ancestry was even out there. And I learned about cooking, I learned about the food, I learned about the seasoning. And although I'm not Hispanic, I'm still gonna use my Hispanic seasonings. I'm still using my Goya. I'm still, gonna eat my yellow rice and my black beans. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna eat my plantains. I'm gonna do it because at this point, I've grown to love the culture. So I am half Romanian, and I am very, very, very excited to learn about this culture as well. I don't know how to say any words yet. I don't know anything, but I am planning to go to San Fran to meet my aunt this summer. So it'll be really exciting, and just learning about, my background and who my family was or whatever. So yeah, I am half black and I am half Romanian. My favorite food is French fries. I love potatoes. I could eat potatoes every way from Sunday. But I love me some good French fries with some Lawry seasoning salt and some ketchup. Baby, okay. I love a good bargain. Because I was a single parent all my life up until she was almost 15. I always had to shop on a budget. I had to learn how to use coupons. I had to learn about getting deals. I had to learn about counting every little $2-3 matters, 50 cent matters. I don't have the luxury of being able to go and just throw everything in the bag. I had to be smart because I had to pay all my own bills. I didn't have any help. So I had to learn how to grocery shop on a budget and be smart. So even now, I go to clearance racks. My daughter is very artistic and she loves to cut up her clothes, throw paint on clothes, spray paint clothes, cut holes in clothes. And I'm like, I don't got $50 to be replacing jeans because you decide to cut holes all through them. So I got into thrifting. So I also love to thrift. Thrifting is just very exciting for me because I love to get a good deal. I love to go in there, and a lot of times you find clothes that still have tags on them. I have a DKNY jacket that I'll show on here that I got from a thrift store. Only for like $25. Anybody knows a jacket that's DKNY is going to be well over $100 and something. So the fact that I got that was really neat. So I love to thrift. Like I said, my daughter loves fashion. So I had to come up with a way to satisfy her, desires to be artistic as well as not hurt my pockets. But I'm very big on going to clearance racks, thrift stores. I go through papers, I circle, I'll go to 3 different stores if it's gonna save me $30, $40, $50. I joined Costco. Costco has amazing shop in bulk deals. So I'm all about, saving the penny, saving money. So I always will, be into shopping for makeup. There's this website I need to tell y'all about called Depop. But I've got a lot of things off of Depop. My daughter told me about it, and it's an online used kind of like thrift store, but you type in anything, makeup, MAC, Estee Lauder, perfumes, anything you type up, you have people on there selling it. So it's really cool. Number 12, I have met Tupac. My classmates told me to talk about this, which, unless you know who it is, it's not really super crazy interesting, but I've met a lot of celebrities in my day. Tupac was the only one that got me starstruck, so anybody after him, I have not been fazed by. I think the only other celebrities I probably would be fazed, a little bit of phase to meet would be probably Obama and maybe Will Smith, but Tupac, I met him when I was 12, so right after I met him was when he got shot the first time. So I think I was in 7th or 8th grade, but I know I was 12 for sure. And after I met him, nobody else just did it for me. He was and still is the GOAT, in my opinion. So I have been out of the country. I haven't been able to travel across the pond yet, like to Paris and Italy and all of that. Like I said, I was a single parent. My daughter wasn't able to get a passport because you have to have both parents that consent, and that just wasn't happening. So I wasn't able to go across the pond yet. However, she is fixing to be 18 and we fixing to be popping. But I have been to Mexico, Jamaica, Bahamas, and Puerto Rico. So I am looking forward. I actually want to go to Cuba. No one wants to go. Everybody is scared. So I'm gonna just take my daughter. Point blank, period. I have parasailed. Me and my best friend took a trip to Cabo, and we did a timeshare tour, and they were like, if you do one, we'll give you all these these different gifts and things or whatever. So we was like, okay, cool. We did the little timeshare, told them no like 80 times. So we end up getting parasailing for free, and I can't swim. So she will attest to this. She will go against the grain, but I don't care what anyone says. Those people let us go way higher than normal. I just remember being in the middle of the ocean, the Gulf, and all I could see was water around me, and all I could think about is if we dropped, I'm dead. She can swim. She's fine. But I'm like, it was super high, and I literally was doing the Kim K ugly cry. Literally the Kim K ugly cry. And I was screaming. I was just, to this day, she makes fun of me. I don't care. Parasailing is not for the people who are fearful of heights and for the people who can't swim. But I did it. We were up, I think it was supposed to last about 15 minutes, and we was up there maybe 3 at most. And I was screaming and telling them to bring us down or whatever. After that, I will not do it again. But I did it. So I gave birth at 20. I was very young, and even now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, 20, like, I gave birth at 20, got pregnant at 19, had her at 20. So I am 38 and she will be 18 in a week. So we are very close in age. She's my best friend. She's my little bestie, my broke little best friend is what I call her. But we're very close in age, and it is kind of good that I did have her young, because I do feel like I'm still able to relate to her generation to a degree. Whereas if you have your kids older, you're kind of like out of the loop, but I'm still popping. So I relate to her, I can talk to her friends, and they probably be like, her mom is crazy, but I remember what it was like she's a senior now, and I still remember being a senior. I still remember graduating. I still remember, I would not go back to that age for nothing. I'm a huge music head. I love music. I love all kinds of music. Music has gotten me through some dark times, some real rough times. If I didn't have music, I don't know where I would be right now. So very grateful for it. I'll do another video on my favorite songs. But I love music. I love animals. I'm an animal lover. I drive my husband crazy. I drive my best friend crazy. I drive my daughter crazy. I love animals. Like, literally, I'm that person that would want to bring stray animals home, but I know my husband would kill me. I have the audacity to be kind of allergic. So even with my dog, like, he's short hair, but I still sneeze a lot around him. My baby, I just deal with it. I take allergy pills, but I love animals. My desire is to go do a safari one day. But the only fear of that is I'm like, it'll be me where the animals will run to the truck and attack us all. Like, it would be me. So a part of that, I'm like, But I do want to go to this winery in Malibu where they have giraffes and stuff where you actually can feed them. So I'm actually planning to do that the next time I go out there. But I love animals. Literally, my neighbor had puppies, and my husband brought a couple over, and I started crying because I thought he was bringing one home for me. But I love animals. I respect animals. I try not to, like, I've hit a couple of squirrels and birds and then I cried. I try to respect all life and understand that, animals are breathing, they're living creatures as well. Like, we are all living, breathing creatures of the universe. So I try to respect, all life as possible, which is why I don't really eat a lot of meat. I live by a pasture, and I see the mom cows with the baby cows, and I just burst out crying like, oh my God, I'm a savage. I'm a heathen. Oh my God, I eat meat. I'm horrible. I'm the most horrible person on the planet. That's kind of what I be going through. It's really real. I am a planner. I used to be very unorganized, scatterbrained, probably because my life was, out of order. It was very, dysfunctional. So I don't think I even had the luxury of understanding how to plan. But as I've gotten older and I've gotten more settled and situated into who I am as a woman, I've become an extreme planner. I love to use my calendar. I plan trips in advance. I plan dates in advance. I plan girls' days in advance. I plan everything in advance because my life is now more hectic. So I always try to utilize, planning in order to just help things run smoother, if that makes sense. I'm very spontaneous. I've gotten a little bit more slower in my old age, but I'm the type of person you can call me, hey, do you want to do this? Yes, girl, let's get up and go. It is a little bit harder now living out in the country because everywhere you go, you got to drive to it. But I love to just get up and go. Like if I have the money, hey, let's go do a weekend trip. Cool, let's go. Like that is, I just have a big spontaneous spirit. I'm not the kind of soul that or spirit that you can put in a cage or box. Like I always try to say, I'm not nobody's cage bird. Like I have to be able to fly and be free. That's just who I am. My husband knows and understands it because he's actually the same way. So we don't try to keep each other in a box, because when you do that, it makes the other person resent you. So I try to let him feel free and happy, and he gives me that same respect. So I love to just be a free bird. That's just me. I love to travel. The reason why I started traveling is because, I was always fearful. Living in LA, I don't want to say it like that, but living in LA, I was very narrow-minded. I hadn't flown. I hadn't been anywhere besides Vegas. I've been to Vegas like a gazillion times. But I was very afraid of what was out there. And I was in a box. And I didn't have the ability to dream of seeing certain places. So when I moved here, after I got situated in my house, first of all, moving here was already stepping outside. Driving through Arizona, New Mexico, all of Texas, seeing different things, seeing different places, seeing, the tumbleweeds go across the road. Like, I was just like, damn, I'm really outside of what I know. So once I got here, got situated, I decided to go and book a cruise. And most women will book cruises with their girlfriends. I was like, well, when I was going through all my hard struggles from being pregnant beyond, who was here with me? My daughter. So I'm not gonna go find some friends to go travel with. I'm gonna take my baby. Like, yeah, I might pay a little extra money, but I don't care. I'm gonna take my baby. So we end up going on a cruise to Key West and Cozumel. And we flew to Miami. We didn't get to explore Miami because I didn't know about traveling then. This was about maybe 8 years ago. I didn't really know about traveling at that time. So once we got on the cruise, it was the Carnival Sensation. Either the Sensation or Fascination. Horrible boat. Don't ever book on it. It's the smallest boat ever. So, but the boat took us to Key West and Cozumel. I remember waking up in the morning and I went outside and I just remember seeing the water at Key West. That did something to me. It ignited something inside. And I've been hooked ever since. We went to Cozumel and took a boat to Playa del Carmen, where they have like the shopping strip outside. Now, mind you, I'm from LA, so I'm used to the ocean, right? But it's a different level of ocean out there than from LA. So I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't need to see no other ocean because I have the ocean right in my next door, right outside my back door. No. It did something to me. Seeing Key West, I was amazed. And if people been to Key West, they're probably, who cares, whatever. But you're talking to someone who had never seen anything like that. So to see like Ernest Hemingway's house, to see like the most southern point of the country, it's like a southern point thing where you could take a picture, just to see all that and just to see people traveling. And I remember that this couple was getting off the boat and they were going to get married at the beach. And I was like, one day I'm gonna do that. And I actually told my husband that I was like, in 5 years, our 5-year anniversary, I wanna take a cruise and go back to Key West and Cozumel. I wanna go back to Key West because I wanna do exactly what I remember those people doing. So he was like, okay, he doesn't care. So I love to travel. Seeing people's faces that you would never see, seeing environments that you would never see typically, trying restaurants that you would never ever try typically. It brings me true inner joy. So I love to travel. I'm always down to travel. I'm in the medical field. I kind of stumbled upon it when I moved to Texas. I ended up getting a job at this company, and it was doing medical credentialing. Once I got let go from that job when the recession hit, I ended up staying kind of doing credentialing, and then my job that I'm with now ended up calling me to do medical intaking. So once I got there, I ended up starting to go to school for medical backgrounds. So I was doing billing, coding, pharmacology, medical terminology, psychology, sociology, speech. Like, I learned about so much different stuff from being at this job, because it allowed me, look, who you see in the corner? It allowed me to expand my horizons. So I love the medical field. Like, I love reading clinicals. I love reading different things about people, their health. It definitely made me more aware of things health-wise. I thought about going for nursing, but I just don't like blood, and I have a weak immune system, and I don't want to be around people coughing and congestion, because I'll probably die. I can't be in nobody's hospital. I can't do it. I don't get flu shots. I stay away from immunizations as much as I can. I only get what I have to get, but I don't really mess with, because I'm sorry, I'm a government conspiracist. They putting stuff in those immunizations, but that's another story. But anyway, I'm in the medical field, so yay, maybe. And I will be graduating in May with my associates in liberal arts with a background in healthcare. Willing I pass math. I love nature. I always said I either want to live near the beach or in the country. Couldn't afford the beach, so I ended up moving to the country. I love the peace of it. I love serenity. I love watching the sunrise. I love watching sunsets. I love taking nature walks. I love green. I just love nature. It brings me such peace. I read a long time ago that people who have come from bad backgrounds, you need to get in touch with the earth. So I really started trying to get in touch more with nature. So yeah, I really love nature. I won't mow grass or plant flowers. I ain't doing that. I'll pay my gardener. I ain't doing that, but I love to look at everything. I love to go. They have this place called the Dallas Arboretum. So beautiful. It's very nature, very, very scenic. So I like to go there. Parks, they have amazing parks here. So yeah, if you find some really dope parks, you can see some things that's just really cool. And I love being in touch with nature. I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious, and I guess I should come on here and say that, because I just feel like you have to be honest and be open about who you are in order to have a successful channel or platform. I'm not religious. I am not an atheist. I do believe that there is a higher power. I do believe in the power of manifestation. I do believe in the power of the universe. I know something brought us here, but I don't consider myself religious at the least. That is not something I will be discussing, but I do want to just let it be known and put it out there so that way we are clear. I'm very impatient. I like things to be done when I'm ready. When I need something done, I'm very on it. I'm very impatient. I'm learning patience as I get older. Obviously, life will teach you patience, but I have the tendency to be a very impatient person. So that is something that I would like to work on. I think I am working on it, but I mean, the fact remains, I'm impatient, which brings me to my last. I'm very nurturing. I love to help people. I have a mothering kind of spirit, so I always am like, come here, let me cook for you, let's go to the movies, like, let's go, I always try to like help bring people up. I've had positions where I let people live with me, like several people. I'm not this way anymore, but I used to be the one to loan you my last. I don't do that no more. But I always, if I can help in any kind of way, that doesn't, because what happens is that sometimes being nurturing and being an empath can drain you. And you have people who will literally take advantage that you are this way. So people will just use until you have nothing left. So I have learned a balance to where I can say, if I have it, I can. But if I don't, I'm sorry, that's not something I'm able to do. And I have learned to be okay with that, because I've always had the thing where people have helped me in my lifetime, so I have to give back. I have to give back. Always got to give back. But the thing is I've given back times fold. So at this point, I have learned to say, I am not able to do it. I am sorry. You know, that's it. If I'm able to, I can. If I don't even expect nothing back. Like, but I tend to be the kind of person that always wants to help and take care and look out, and you know, just because of the things I've been through, I always feel like I need to help others. But I have a very nurturing spirit. Yeah, so very mothering. That is me though. So if you have any questions, let me know. But I just want to come on here and just be upfront and open and honest and kind of give a reintroduction to myself. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I would greatly appreciate it. And I am doing, like I said, I'm creating a schedule to where I can do at least one discussion video once a week, as well as all of the other videos I have going on. But I want to at least come on here and make time to come do these videos. School is starting next week. Y'all about to see me on here breaking out, being fat, losing hair, all kind of stuff. I'm taking math. But, you know, we going to put positive vibes out there. We going to, you know, put it out there that I do well, and just, you know, be positive, because it's just basic math. But basic math to me is like trigonometry to someone else. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. And have a good day. All the blessings, positive vibes, and love to you all. Mwah.